about everything because he wants to know and learn and then also help the other guys out. But his detail, his preparation is, I continue to be fascinated by that for a guy that he knows what we're doing and he knows how we want to play and the offense, and for him to just the fine details of absolutely everything is where he's growing a lot. And then one that's been obviously super impressive for me, that he's constantly learning, trying to learn, just every little detail of everyone, not just him, but every player.
Has he asked you a question that you're like, oh, this is interesting, or like you stumped me on that one?
Yeah, there's been a good amount of questions over our time where he thinks of every situation.
Okay. Yeah.
And what happens here, what happens there, and he keeps me on my toes. I got to make sure when we're putting in a play or when we go into a meeting that I have to be on it, and especially on game week. He's already watched as much as we watch. I'm going into a Monday meeting and, hey, did you see this play? Did you see that play? What are we going to do versus this coverage? How is this going to be, man? Versus this look, what are we going to do? And you got to be on it, which is awesome for me and awesome for us too, because he prepares that way too. But there are some too where I was like, man, that's a really good question. And then I'm honest. If I don't know the answer, then cool, we're going to figure it out for you.
What kind of camp have two guys we talked about a good bit in the spring, but not so much in the summer, Connor Berry and Kase Evans had?
Yeah, Connor's been doing awesome. He's been getting a lot of reps. Those top three guys have probably got the most reps, but Connor continues to show up every single day. From his momentum from spring into now too, and he's been awesome. Just more knowledge, command of the offense, and not thinking quite as much. But he's played a lot of football. He's a guy that can go command the huddle, command the offense, and go. So he's been really good. And then Case is growing every single day, and he's not getting as many reps as those other guys, but every single day he's soaking up knowledge and how to be a college quarterback, how to prepare. Man, even like the questions he hears Rocco asking he should have 100 more. Right. So he's learning everything, the detail it takes, and the preparation to be great.
How has Rocco benefited from being the son of a coach?
Oh, I think it's huge. And he grew up in a locker room with his dad, playing in the NFL, right. So he's been around it. So he knows he knows what it's supposed to be like, and he knows, man, his dad was a tight end, but he's been in a locker room since he was super little, and just knowing that now he's familiar with it, he knows what it's supposed to look like, he knows how people are supposed to act. Chad Pennington is one of his mentors that played with his dad, and so he leans on him a lot on how to handle things, how to prepare, good, bad, everything. So that definitely helps. So now, he's used to this, and everything's not brand new, but now he's got to experience it. But being there definitely helps just from familiarity standpoint.
And how's his dad being around? I know he doesn't do a whole heck of a lot, but just being here, what does that mean for him? And maybe guys seeing this pro coach, walking around.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. And then Anthony, he's an awesome guy, and he's not one that's sitting in the quarterback meetings, breathing down my neck. And he's just trying to be here and learn and be a resource for those guys, tight ends especially. He was a first-round pick at tight end. Now being a UFL head coach is awesome too. But no, we love having him around because he can give good perspective too on the things he's seen and experiences he's seen. And I know that's what he does with Rocco. But now, after his playing career coaching, he can do that with the whole offense.
Alex just mentioned a few minutes ago that when you're in the meeting room and you're watching film and you say, if you see something, rip it. If you see something you like, rip it. How do you teach or put confidence into a quarterback, like that decisiveness to do that? Or is that a trait that you find and then recruit to Penn State?
No, I think it's a mindset, and it all starts with the preparation. And if you read and know what you're looking for and you see the look you like, or if a guy's open, I want them to be confident. And I don't want them second guessing it and throwing not to make a mistake. I know that's how Coach Mouse calls plays and how he tells the whole offense. So I want the same deal. But you got to fine line between that and then also knowing situationally, understanding what we have to do with the ball. But if they see something that, based on the timing of the play, the timing of the drop, the coverage and what they like, I want them to rip it and feel confident on game day and any day, because the minute I've been there, the minute you start to second guess and you're kind of unsure, that's when mistakes happen. So, but you have to put in the preparation. And when you know the look, you see what you see and you love it, man, I want those guys to rip it.
What are you looking for in terms of mobility from your quarterbacks? Guys that when either recruiting or play style right now, that the threat is always there to run, use it strategically. How do you approach that?
Yeah, it's case by case, but now where football's at, that you have to extend the play. Now, you don't have to run a 4-3 or a 4-4, but you got to be sure. I like having guys with short area quickness if they don't have the long speed, but short area quickness to get outside the pocket and go get a first down if we need to, avoid the rush if we need to, and then if we get a guy that's super dynamic and special, then we'll continue with the and expand on the quarterback run and all that. But then situationally, down red zone, goal line, third down, that you're going to have to use the quarterback run, so we got to have a guy who can move. But a guy that can extend plays and hurt you with his legs to keep the defense honest is something you really want.
Is there extra caution with Alex at this point in terms of running or?
No, actually, the other day before the scrimmage, he came up to me the night before, and he's like, "Can you hit me?" And specifically in the chest is what he told me. So I'm not going to smack him in the chest, but it was kind of pre-practice. Special teams were rolling, so he's throwing him, and I'm giving him hits and all that because he wants to feel that. And one for his mind, but he's not obviously scared of anything. But no limitations on him. Obviously in practice we're not getting hit, so we're smart and aware of it while we're still kind of early in his return back to play. But his mindset is like he's meant, no, please hit me right in the chest. I need to feel it. So if that tells you anything.
When we sat down this spring, you mentioned Rocco's footwork is somewhere he needs to grow. How has he done in taking that step and making sure sort of he's aligned where he needs to be? It's
been way better. There's still times here and there with every quarterback, especially when you get a rush and you got O-line, D-line there, but it's been, man, his accuracy so far this camp is the best I've seen out of Rocco. And his feet are the best I've seen. He's efficient. He's not wasting steps. Man, he knows the timing of everything, and that helps too. But his alignment, it's been awesome. And we continue to work it every day. I know he works it every day, but no, he's made tremendous growth there.
Thanks, Jake.
Awesome. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you,
Appreciate it.